What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another KeyForge tournament video for you from 401 Games in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, brought to you by these people that donate to the channel over at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Thank you so much for the support. You can find the link in the description below. On the left we have Patrick. On the right we have myself. I am playing Nordvisor, Smuggler of the Pub. I did an overview video. You can check that out at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. The link should be in the description below. And that'll give you more details on the deck I'm driving here for this tournament. I got 4 rounds recorded that'll be coming up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe for that. On the left, my opponent Patrick has Dis, Shadows, and Mars. I'm running Shadows, Brobnar, and Untamed, starting off with a Dust Pixie, gaining 2 Amber off the Dust Pixie to start. Playing my only card I'm allowed to play there, and over to my opponent here for the second turn of the game. He's going to throw down a Shaffles that'll make you lose an Amber at the end of his turn, and Charette that's coming into play and capturing my 2 Amber there. And then I'll have no Amber, so Shaffles won't take effect here on this round. But he can be annoying going forward. Thankfully, he's not elusive. He's only 2 power creatures, so pretty easy to get off the board. So it looks like I'm going Brobnar with a War Chest, a Looter Goblin. Looter Goblin is the rare that has elusive, and he's a 2-power creature. I can Reap with him, and then he has the ability that turns on that basically for the rest of the round, or rest of the turn, anything that's destroyed, I'll gain an Amber from it. So it's kind of like Loot the Bodies in a Reap ability. And then I got a Troll there on the left flank, who has the Reap, heal 3 damage, 8-power creature. We all know Trolls, I'm sure. And the War Chest will be after a creature is destroyed fighting, I gain an Amber from it. Kind of use that at the end of the turn. So one of the players had a bye. There were 17 players in this tournament at 401 Games downtown Toronto. And the guy who had the bye came up and asked if he could watch the match that I had a camera sitting on. I was like, kind of thought it was funny the way you wanted to watch our match out of all the other tables that he could have just walked up and watched. And I just let him know, like, you can watch another game because this will be on YouTube later. So kind of funny. Alright, so let's see how Patrick responds to this. He's going to go Orbital Bombardment, so he's going to reveal cards from hand and deal 2 damage per card to a creature. You can do it to different creatures each time, similar to Cooperative Hunting. So you gain an Amber off playing Orbital Bombardment. And let's see how many Mars cards he reveals here. So he's got 2, a Dominator and a John Smith. And he's going to kill the Dust Pixie and the Looter Goblin, leaving a Troll alone on the board to fight. And he throws John Smith down, then the Dominator, not the Dominator. I forget what that one is. Dominator? No. I'm blanking. It's the guy that comes in and captures 1 Amber for each other ready Mars creature. So I'm going to go Untamed again here. Got Lupo Discard coming in. He's going to deal 2 damage to a creature when he comes in play. It kills John Smith there. So it looks like that was the only card I played there. Pretty sure. And over to my opponent. Just didn't want John Smith to go wild. I have no Amber, so I don't care about Shaffles yet.
He doesn't take damage back when he's attacking, but when you fight him, it's just normal.
So he's going to do Fear here out of Dis. He's naming Dis, returning a Troll to my hand. Ah, it's a Marauder. That's what the Mars creature is. Finally found it out there. So he's going to reap with both of his creatures there, gain a couple amber. Go up to 3. He's still holding on to 2 of my amber on his charrette there. And Overlord Grekking. Basically, as he kills creatures as they fight him, whether they're destroyed on offense or defense there, he will take control of them. He's a 7 power creature. He can take a game out of control, I find, if you don't get him off the board. Maybe not too much out of control, but I mean, he can swing. So in this situation, he could just kill Lupo the Scarred, and he'll take 6 damage. Yes, be 1 away from dying, but he'll have Lupo on his side, which, you know, leaves me with nothing. And at least he doesn't have Untamed, so he couldn't name it. But special delivery coming in there, and that'll give me an amber. Then I'm going to Nerve Blast, steal 1, and I'll deal 2 to Shaffles. So now that Shaffles actually would make a difference, now that I'm getting amber, I don't want him on the board. And Shadow Self will come in to protect Lupo, so this would be helpful against the Overlord Grekking that was just played. And Naughty the Thief's going to go on the other side of Shadow Self for protection. And Special Delivery, that artifact I played there, that is the one that I can pop that as an Omni and deal 3 damage to a flank creature. And if it destroys it, it would be purged. And my opponent's going Shadows. He'll do a Booby Trap. So he's going to deal 4 damage to a non-flank creature, I believe. And then 2 Splash. I'm pretty sure that's what that one does. And he gains an amber off it. Or it's 3 damage. 3 damage, maybe? No, 4, yeah. 4 there on Shadow Self. And then the Splash will just hit Shadow Self. So he sucks all that damage up, and he's now 1 away from dying there. With 8 damage on. Doing what he does. And now he's going to do a Nerve Blast where he steals 1. And he's going to do 2 to finish off the Shadow Self. Give my opponent the option there. He could do Shadow Self, but he can also do the damage to his own creatures if he wants. But Shadow Self's the option he wants to do. And then we have a Ghostly Hand, gaining 2 amber, and then he steals my 1 amber left. So I'm getting rolled here, is what seems to be happening. My opponent's now up to 7 amber. He's captured 2 of mine. I'm at 0. And he's just controlling my face here. And it looks like I'm taking a little stop here to think about it. How am I gonna get out of this hole? Yeah, I just hope my opponent runs out of tricks. And I hopefully draw into mine. So that Special Delivery, that's always an option to throw at Overlord Grekking while he's on a flank there to give him 3 damage. Yes, it won't destroy him, it won't purge him at this state. But at least it puts some damage on him, so then it's less chance he'll be alive after a fight to actually trigger his ability. So it looks like a bait and switch is coming down here. Not a bad time to play it. Well, my opponent has, I think, 7 amber there, and I'm at 0. So I'll go to 4. He'll be at 3. A little early in the game, but hey, you got to get back in it. Then I'll use Naughty the Thief to do his action to steal 1. And then Bruno's going to come in, give some control on my side, and he's going to capture the remaining 2 amber there on his elusive body with 3 power. To kind of stall out my opponent a little bit. Basically a smaller charrette there with some elusive. I believe old Bruno's an uncommon, but I do love that creature. And Special Delivery, yep, see, that's what I was thinking right now. And this game was a little while ago. I didn't know I was going to do that, but in my mind I always think of that as that 3 damage sometimes is good to throw on like a Brobnar guy or something that's going to fight and gain something. If you get that extra damage on him, make his health basically lower than your creatures on the board, that creature won't survive a fight to be able to do the benefit of his ability. So sometimes just throwing a little bit of damage on like a Dodger or a, I can't remember the Brobnar guy that makes you lose 1. Or there's the guy in Dis that will purge your creature and gain 1. Yeah, these kind of fight abilities. Throw a little damage on those guys to help prevent those abilities from going off. That's what I'm trying to say. So we got Zizix the Many coming into play. He's got the Reap or Fight ability. You can reveal a creature from hand and archive it. If you do, he gets +3 power counter. And we got John Smith on the board again. And what's he going to do with this Marauder here? Looks like it's just a Reap. Putting himself to 1 Amber. And he's going to stop there. He's got 3 Mars bodies on the board now. And I'm going to throw down an Evasion Sigil, which has that beautiful ability to help protect your board of weenies. Basically, if a fight happens, a person who's attacking has to discard the top card off their deck. If it's of the active house, the creature exhausts with no effect. So it kind of makes fights a gamble to fight, basically.
So let's say you attack with this guy, and then if I flip and then tamed, he just exhausts, fight doesn't happen. Interesting. But if it's not, I still discard the card, and then the fight goes through.
So I do gain an Amber off that, going to 6, putting that Evasion Sigil in play. And I'm pointing at Overlord Grecking there, saying I'm a little worried about the fights, so this could help protect me against Overlord Grecking from stealing my dudes. So I do action off Naughty the Thief there to steal 1, and then Old Bruno to Reap, and put myself at 8, and pass it over to my opponent. So I've now taken a lead here, but I still have not. Nobody's forged a key yet, so you know, a lead in Amber doesn't mean a lead in the game, really. It's all about those keys, because if he keeps me off a key and then he gets ahead on a key, that's, you know, doesn't matter how much Amber I have, really. So he's going to Reap with Zizix the Many. And he can choose to do the ability, I think it's a May. So he can reveal the creature and archive it if he wants, to make him a 6 power, basically. And he is going to reveal an Ember Imp, and he's going to archive that. He's going to put that face down on the left side of his mat there. And he's going to get some +1 power counters there from, looks like, the Call the Archons core set. Throw underneath him. So he's now a 6. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. It's free. And helps us grow here. And feel free to share these videos on social media to spread the word. Share them with your friends. Get other people watching. Help them find these videos. Also, clicking the like button does help it, I guess, bump up in the search results. And can help the channel grow. So I'll get you guys some more content. Alright, so John Smith, I guess, does a Reap there. And readies up Zizix the Many. Zizix the Many now 6 power. So you can choose to swing that Beat Stick into somebody. Now he's going to do Shatterstorm. And that's going to make him lose all his Amber, then I lose 3 times as much. So like I said, just when I thought I was ahead in Amber there, it doesn't mean jack, because now we're both down to 0. None of us have keys. And he's got the bigger board. So I thought I was ahead there, but just like that, I am not. And we're finding out here, Patrick has a control-heavy deck. Very control-heavy. Even his Mars is like stealing, or like making me lose Amber. He's got Shadow stealing. He's got Charette capturing there out of Dis. At some point, one of us will get a key, I'm sure.
Does that trade off? So discard the top card of your deck if you're gonna fight him, and then if it's Mars, the fight doesn't happen.
So looks like we're doing a fight here.
3 out of 3. Yeah.
And it wasn't of the active house. So he fought with Zizix the Many there, who's a 6. Killed Lupo discards. They kill each other. And he got a Secret Needle off the top of the deck thanks to Evasion Sigil. And since it wasn't of the active house, the fight went through. So we both have 2 Amber captured from each other and 0 Amber on our identity cards there. So kind of starting over here. So quite the back and forth game here. Much more interesting than the last few videos I posted of me playing this Nordvisor deck. Different tournament, different players, different city than the last one where I played. And the last one was like a 4 or 5 player tournament. This is 17 players. So it's a better test of the deck, I think. Yeah, 4 rounds versus 3. Alright, so it looks like blood money. I'm going to put a hit there on Charette's head. Give it 2 amber from the common pool onto an enemy creature there. And 2 trolls coming down. And a Blood of the Titans, making Naughty the Thief plus 5 power. So he's a 7 power creature now. And there's a couple reasons why I do that. You can see that in the overview video that's in the description for this video below, where I talk about the deck and the synergies and stuff. But it's sometimes good to put that Blood of the Titans on a smaller creature, especially when an Earthshaker might be coming up, or a Heavy the Huge. That are in this deck, where you can protect one of your little guys from being destroyed by one of those big Brobnar dudes coming into play. And also making it harder for your opponent to kill Naughty the Thief, I mean, sometimes. Alright, so Dominator Bauble coming in, lets him use creature out of house, basically out of house disc. He's going to do a Mind Barb here, get a card at random, and he gets a Key Charge out of hand. Seems like I'm okay with that, since I can't seem to get enough amber to even think about key charging. I almost got there one turn, but saw that Shatterstorm wreck me, where I think he discarded 3 amber to make me lose like 8 or 9 there, which was pretty bad. We're both at 1 amber. I got 4 sitting there on Charette, which I'd love to get back at some point. That's what the trolls are there to do, assuming they're there on my turn, if they can fight without Evasion Sigil hurting them. My opponent here, Patrick, is assessing the board, understanding what's in play, what he wants to do. Those trolls are great against Overlord Grekking. Looks like my opponent's a little bit stumped. I think he's debating what he wants to do with the Charette and the Overlord Grekking. He's going to just reap here with Charette.
Elusive, no damage goes through on the first fight. But if he gets the fight through, then
So my opponent's debating fighting Naughty the Thief with Charette, and Elusive would do nothing on the first fight. And then a possible Evasion Sigil might make the fight not even happen in general. So he decides just to double reap there with the Charette and the Grekking. So he goes to 3 amber. Now it's my choice here. I got some Brobnar dudes in play. I got some Shadows dudes in play. Looks like I'm going Brobnar. Don't know what's in hand, though. So I'm going to attempt a fight here with Troll on Overlord Grekking. Want to get him off the board. And it looks like it was an Urchin, so it does happen. It's not of the active house. Discarded card off the top of the deck there. So the Troll will take 7.
I don't know. No, you have some, so it's probably yours. I think. I didn't put any on your guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. Okay.
So now Troll is going to attempt to fight on Charette. And it's another old Bruno, so the fight goes through. It's not of the active house. And I take the 4 amber back and go up to 5 amber. And do I have another way to get more amber? Oh, War Chest, so gaining 2 off of the 2 enemy creatures that were destroyed in fights. So up to 7. And a Headhunter coming down on the right flank. And an Earthshaker coming down on the left flank, so he's going to destroy each creature of power 3 or lower, which kills my old Bruno and gives him 2 amber back. But see, Naughty the Thief gets saved there by the Blood of the Titans.
Oh, you gave me 2? Yeah, took it off the...
So I'm now at 7. My opponent's at 5 amber. I have a board of 5 dudes who are all 7 or above. Oh, except for the Headhunter, he's 5. Power, I mean. And my opponent's board is wiped. Feels good. Can I get a key, though? That's the real question. I'm at 7 amber. I think the second or third time I've been in enough here to get a key, but my opponent has all the tricks. So he's going to take his archive here. And so we know he named Dis. And he's going to do a gateway to Dis. So he's going to gain 3 chains and wipe the board of all creatures. So after I put all the big bodies down and wipe his board, he just wipes mine right back. Fun times, fun times. Quite the game here. Will we finish in time? That is the question. And throws down an Ember Imp, which we knew was coming because it was in the archive, so now I can't play more than 2 cards unless I get rid of that Ember Imp. More than 2 cards each turn.
So you need to draw 1 more to get to 6, but you won't, because it'll block you for the chains, and then you'll lose.
So my opponent goes down to 2 chains left, 5 cards in hand. Just explaining chains to him. And I should forge a key here, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I remember. So I throw in a big twig. But I should have forged a key. Come on, Rob. You can do it. Oh, looks like I wasn't sure about the Ember Imp. So I gotta do it in a different order. And I realized, as I go to put an Amber down, I realize I need to forge a key. So sloppy plays. Sloppy plays. Alright. So I'm starting with a regrowth, grabbing Lupo back from the discard pile. I get an Amber off regrowth, so I now at 2 Amber. Lupo's coming into play, dealing 2 to the Ember Imp. Yeah, so I realized what I did there. I had a way to get rid of him, but I started playing cards in the wrong order and realized I would have been blocked. And Flaxseed is going to come down and get me 2 Ambers since I control more creatures than my opponent, so going to 4. And there's the big twig. And I'll regrowth a second time. And Dust Pixie time. So we got an Amber Burst turn here from Untamed. And I get 2 more Amber off that. So go up to 7 just like that. I'm now on check for a second key. And a Vigor for another Amber, actually going to 8. So no healing to get the bonus Amber. I'm trying to race here. I realized like I fell really far behind. It's taking us like 20 minutes of the match out of 35 minutes to forge a key. So trying to play a little quicker here. Now, let's see what my opponent does to answer this 8 Amber I have sitting there. He's going to go Shadows, and I sigh. So 2 Urchins. So he steals 2. And now he has done his turn. So he's in check. And I forge my second key. And he's at 7 Amber. I gotta look at my hand here. I'm trying to figure out how can I get the most Amber. I got 4 Untamed dudes on the board. Looks like I have a Dew Fairy in hand. So I might just keep the Untamed train rolling while it's on the board here. Because I could reap for 4. And then if he doesn't answer my board on the next turn, I could reap for like another 6. Yeah, just losing the second chain there. Make sure my opponents have 5 cards in hand. Looks like I have a bunch of Brobnar cards in hand. Got a couple Shadows cards. So I'm going to go Untamed. Throw the Dew Fairy on the right flank. I'm going to reap 4 times, so I should get 4 Amber, and then Big Twig's going to stun and exhaust the Urchin there on the right flank. So not a lot of cards played out of hand. They're just the 1 Dew Fairy, but when you got a board like that, and now I got 5 Untamed guys, my opponent has to answer that. He's going to forge his first key here for 6. He's got to take the Amber off his identity card, though, which doesn't look like he's doing here. Yeah, hopefully he catches. Okay, he didn't get away with it. He tried. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so he does 1 reap here, and the other Urchin obviously was exhausted, so he just gets 1 Amber there. Throws down a 3rd Urchin. Amber controlling his deck here is unreal. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of his deck. I don't know if you guys can see it. Obviously, it's covered now on the card there, but I don't know if you could have saw it earlier. I don't know if the resolution is high enough. So 3 and 3 on the Amber. He's got 1 key. I got 2. And of course, I'm just going to name Untamed here and just race him. And so I'm going to reap, getting 2 from the additional ability there off the Dew Fairy. It's got 3 elusive bodies. I might as well just reap. And I'm going to reap with the big twig, who is going to stun and exhaust another Urchin. Love me some big twig. And I'm going to reap for the last 2 guys there. It looks like I'm going up to, I think, 9 amber. And a grasping vines go to 10 amber. And I think I'm going to throw the Dominator Bauble back to my opponent's hand there. Yep, that looks like it's the case. Up to 3 artifacts. Don't have to do 3. You can do 0 if you want. And I'm at 10 amber. Check here for the final key. Passing over to my opponent. Hopefully he's not sitting on another Shatterstorm. My opponent's going to check through his hand here and see if he has any way of getting me off, like, I think 5 amber. You'd need to at this point. Or, like, increase the cost of my keys plus steal a little bit. Or capture or loss. And he sounds like he has nothing. Oh, he's got more stuff in deck, he says.
What's that other one? Too much to protect or something? I was worried you had something like that.
No, it's in there somewhere. My first deck was like a really good level one, and I just had.
I think he's got Fagin in the deck, too. He's got Hysteria there, but that's a turn too late. He's got Psychic Network in hand. More Amber Control. Yeah, Nerve Blast, 1 steal out of Shadows. Yeah, he's got the Lash of Broken Dreams, but it's not on the board yet. Too late. And, yeah, good game there. Thanks, Patrick, for playing on camera. Thank you for being here watching. Like I said, I have 3 more games recorded from this tournament. I'll try to get some more KeyForge coming up after that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little alarm bell button to be notified each and every video that gets posted so you don't miss any. Feel free to leave any comments or criticism or anything in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.